Hello, everybody. Um, Hope everyone's doing well and feeling good and getting closer to Allah. Allah is the greatest. Bear witness that Allah is our only God. He's the creator of all things, our sole protector and guider and protector and nourisher. I also bear witness that Prophet Muhammad is Allah's slave and messenger. Peace and blessings be upon him, and all the prophets and messengers that Allah has sent to us and helped guide humanity. My purpose is to help guide humanity to higher levels, to increase their rank, bring them closer to Allah, guide them in the right way. In this video, I want to mainly talk about the protection of Allah. He's our sole protector. He created us. He's created this whole universe and many other universes and worlds that we don't know and can't comprehend at this point in time. To its full extent, Allah knows all things, and we know very little. So I try to do the best I can to understand Allah, and I feel the best way to understand that is to understand the Quran and the teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. I also take refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan, and I have a few verses to talk about that support what I'm talking about today, about to take Allah as our shield. I was recently pulled over by a police officer a few weeks ago, and I got fined for not wearing my seatbelt. And so that got me thinking, and I started thinking that maybe the shaitan has infiltrated our government, which is pretty obvious, and other institutes and people's lives to varying degrees, and has kind of pulled the wool over our eyes in a way that fining people for not wearing a seatbelt, when in actuality that Allah is the protector of all things, and if Allah had a calamity coming my way or anybody's way, only Allah could take that calamity away, and only Allah could enforce that calamity to happen. Not all the seatbelts in the world could stop an injury to happen if Allah willed. And that's the bottom line. And I have some verses that will illustrate that. So I'm gonna fight my ticket. I've already sent it in to refute that in court, to say that I'm not guilty because I have not committed a crime. Wearing a seatbelt or not is not a crime, because the seatbelt itself cannot protect harm from me if Allah wills harm to me in any shape, way, or form, and that's the bottom line. So let's go ahead and listen to some of these verses that Allah has blessed us with. So this is from the Quran. This is from chapter 2, verse 41. And believe in what I have revealed now, confirming the prophecies of the Scripture, which are already with you, and do not be the first to deny it. Neither take a paltry price for my messages, and me alone you should take as a shield for protection. So in that verse, Allah is basically saying, take him as a protector, is a shield and protection. Chapter 16, verse 52. All that is in the heavens and on the earth belongs to him. Obedience is due to him forever. Will you still take something other than Allah as your shield? So this is saying that Allah owns everything that's in the earth and in the heavens, and obedience is due to him forever and ever and ever. So Allah is asking you a question. Will you take other than Allah as a shield, your protector? Are you going to take a seatbelt as your protector? Are you going to take the police as your protector? Are you going to take the military, or the government, or an authority figure? What are you going to put in front of Allah? chapter 18, verse 44. At such a time it is thus established that protection belongs only to Allah, and help comes from Him alone, the true God. He is the best in respect of rewarding, and the best in respect of bringing about good results. So if you want the best in goodness, Allah is saying, take Him as your shield. Only protection comes from Allah. Only. That comes from Allah. So I believe it's okay if you want to wear your seatbelt or not. It's up to you. But you need to have the knowledge that only Allah is your protector. It's like maybe locking your house, you know. It's just an added protection from Allah. So wearing your seatbelt is just an added protection from Allah. So you have to keep that in mind when you're wearing your seatbelt. That this actual seatbelt is not going to really protect me. It's really coming from Allah. But maybe this is just a partial help from Allah. Sort of like, you know, we need to eat food to survive. The food comes from Allah and helps nourish our bodies. Same with different types of protection. Maybe locking your doors of your car is a protection, but that locking the doors is not ultimately going to protect your car. It's only from Allah that will protect your car. And same with your physical body. Only Allah can protect you. So if there was a calamity that Allah planned for you, only Allah could remove that calamity from happening. Not all the seatbelts in the world could stop the calamity from happening, or all the police, or all the armies of the world, or you name it, aliens, or whatever you want to think. Only Allah, the creator of all that exists, has that power. So we need, as Muslims and believers and people seeking the truth, should understand this concept that Allah, the creator of all exists, all existence, nothing exists outside of Allah, that He has full control over all things in this world. He is our sole protector, and we should also make prayers to protect our families, our countries, our people in our communities, our leaders that are the good ones, and always be mindful of Allah, that He's our shield, take our protection, always ask for protection, always make prayer for others for protection. The Prophet would do this very often, and his companions and believers would take comfort that that he was making these prayers for protection for them, and they could feel that, I'm sure, in their hearts and in their lives, that his du'as were changing the world, were changing their lives, and has impacted this world in such a great degree that we still don't even comprehend how influential his life was in the world, and the influence of the Quran and Islam in the world. Unfortunately, Islam has gone in the wrong direction, and I believe it's our responsibility as good practicing Muslims to bring Islam in the forefront again. We set the highest moral standard, help bring people up, help protect them, help guide them, make them the best people and best souls that we can possibly make them, to increase their rank, increase their closeness to Allah, to increase their success in this world and the next. So that is truly my goal in my life, is to help bring people up, bring them closer to Allah, make them more successful in this world and the next, and enjoy our lives and do things right that are pleasing to Allah. Thank you so much. Take care.